What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Neg Entropy Chronicles. Shout out to everybody who watches this page. I really appreciate all the love. Now remember, if you're new, subscribe to it. I'm doing something new right now. What I'm going to talk about is signs after a breakup to show who was actually toxic. Now, what do I mean by this? If you ever look after a breakup, there's certain things that people do in order to manipulate a situation to make themselves look like they were not the problem in the relationship. I've been seeing this for years. I just thought I'd talk about it now. So, one of the first ones is always going for the victim role. Now, when you ever notice certain breakups, a lot of people just say, we just didn't work out. They leave it at that. They don't down talk the person at all. But you'll see them people who go for that victim role saying, oh, I was treated so badly. This person did this. This person did that. Why? Because they have to make people, especially new people, feel sorry for them so they can then manipulate those people into getting what they want out of them. I.e., if you think about people who actually know you and you see those relationships, you're like, nah, I wasn't really like that. But they do it with new people because if they know and seen what y'all relationship was, you wouldn't have those conversations with them because why? You're going to be like, you're not being factual about that. They don't want to have that type of situation, so they do it with newer people. Another one is making false claims to justify the breakup. Oh, they were abusive, or they were so horrible, when really the truth of the matter is that person was actually the problem. They were the ones that were toxic. They were the ones doing horrible things to the other person. And when that person stood up, they said, oh no, I'm finished with you. You're a horrible individual. And then started spreading that around while the other person stays quiet. If you ever notice, there's always one person talking while the other person doesn't say anything. It's usually because the person who isn't saying anything is the person that's like, man, just let people figure it out for themselves. Another one is bragging and posting your new boo immediately. And what I mean by that, say you just got out of a relationship. Not even a week later, you posting videos and everything with the new person you with. Now, any logical thinking person is going to be like, I just saw y'all together last week. And now you posting how you're so happy and in love with this other person. What's going on? Well, the reason they're doing that is more than likely to tick off the previous person that they were in a relationship with, which shows another aspect of their toxic behavior. Because why are you posting this person, bragging about it? Because you're hoping that the other person sees it so they can feel some type of way. More emotional manipulation, right? Now, using social media to validate yourself. Going back to posting online. Most people who break up, they're not talking about it online because they don't want people asking questions. Oh, what happened? What went wrong? What's this? What's that? Yo, I saw this person. This is what they said. They don't even want to deal with that stuff. Their goal is to move on from that last relationship, where the people who are typically toxic, they're going to start using social media, saying things about their ex, saying things about this and that, to have people say, oh yeah, you did the right thing. Yes, forget that person. You're better than that, because they want to uplift themselves using the validation of other people. So always look out for that. Now, this is a crucial one. Not revealing your flaws, but only the other person. Why are you even saying, well, they did this, they did this, they, but never once said, this is where I went wrong. Why? Because more than likely you're using what you can to make yourself look better. Oh, I did everything I could. And when if you talk to people and they really start breaking it down, you really didn't do everything you were supposed to do. More than likely, you use that I am who I am and that's it. And the other person is working while, you just accepting the accolades from doing nothing. But then when the relationship's over, you want to say everything you disliked about that person instead of just saying, we didn't work out. Instead, you want to blast that person, make them look as bad as they can to make yourself feel better. Because you gotta understand, only hit dogs holler. So the person that's talking the most after a breakup, they probably talked a lot during a relationship negatively, just like they're doing after the relationship. So you always want to be on the lookout for those type of things. So if you ever hear people doing some of those steps in the midst of just immediately after breaking up, then you kind of got to look at it for what it is, that they were probably the problem and they're just trying to spin the narrative to make it to look like they're not the problem. Usually the person that's most quiet is usually the one in the right, and they just don't want to blast the other person out of respect for that person. But usually the toxic people don't have respect for the other counterpart, so they're gonna go online and do everything they can to demean that person, to diminish their character as much as they can, just so they can feel better. Now, let me know what you think down in the comments section. Be on the lookout for more videos. All right, everybody? Peace.